Hello, I'm Harry Fawcett in Kuala Lumpur with the top stories on Al Jazeera. The UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon has welcomed the climate deal reached at Copenhagen as, quote, an essential beginning. The UN chief called for the agreement to be made legally binding next year, but many developing countries have complained that the deal lacks specific targets for cutting greenhouse gas emissions. After hours of debates, delegates passed a motion taking note of the accord without formally adopting it.
When 192 countries arrived here 2 weeks ago, there weren't high expectations of a significant deal. Everyone knew a number of countries were out to protect their national interests. There were significant differences between the rich countries and the poor countries. In the end, what was agreed here didn't even reach those low expectations, and many are predicting the people to pay the price are millions in vulnerable places around the world.
Alan Fisher there in Copenhagen. Iran has acknowledged that at least 3 people detained during post-election unrest were killed by their jailers. A state-run news agency says the judiciary has charged 12 officials at Karizak prison, 3 of them with murder. The opposition first claimed in August that protesters were beaten and raped while at the prison on the outskirts of Tehran. Cambodia has deported to China at least 20 ethnic Uyghurs who are seeking asylum. The Cambodian government says the group entered the country illegally. They'd asked for asylum at a UN refugee office after fleeing ethnic riots that killed 200 people in July in China's far western Xinjiang region. Human rights groups fear the Uyghurs will now face persecution and possibly execution. Eastern parts of the United States have been hit by a winter storm, bringing more than 30 centimetres of snow in some areas. At least 5 deaths have been reported and hundreds of thousands of people have been left without power. The blizzard-like conditions have also brought disruption to transport, with flights cancelled across the region. And trains through the Channel Tunnel between Britain and France have been cancelled for a second day. That's after more than 2,000 rail passengers spent Friday night stuck in the tunnel when 4 trains broke down. Eurostar, which operates the trains, blamed the breakdowns on the freezing weather conditions. For the latest updates, log on to our website. The address for that is aljazeera.net/English.